Welcome back to the channel. Everybody, seriously, before we even get into this video, can somebody in the comments overnight me some industrial strength eye drops? My eyes are literally bleeding after sitting through what just unfolded on my screen. I need to bleach my retinas immediately. If you are a Los Angeles Lakers fan, congratulations. Pop the champagne, because your squad just went up 3-0 and you can officially get the brooms out to sweep this series. But if you are a fan of the Houston Rockets, man, from the absolute bottom of my heart, my deepest condolences. You guys either paid hard-earned money for a ticket or wasted your golden weekend hours just to watch a complete tragedy. Actually, no, it wasn't a tragedy. It was the worst dark comedy of the decade. People always say basketball is a game of moments, a game of poise, and a game of high IQ. But the Houston Rockets tonight proved the exact opposite. They didn't step on the court to play basketball. They stepped on the court to audition for a Hollywood movie. And they played both roles perfectly. They started off as the tragic heroes who looked like they had the game in the bag, and then completely flipped the script to become the most pathetic, ridiculous clowns I have ever seen in a playoff game. We are talking about Game 3 here. Do or die. Your backs are against the wall, down 0-2. You are back on your home floor at the Toyota Center. This is the moment you fight like there is no tomorrow. And to be completely fair, for the first 3 quarters, the Rockets actually sold us a dream. That's right, an absolute illusion. They were playing some highly respectable basketball. The Toyota Center was rocking. It was an absolute pressure cooker. The pace was frantic. Houston fans genuinely started believing in a comeback. NBA Twitter was chirping and talking trash early. But that was the trap. That was just the setup before the curtains dropped and exposed the catastrophic lack of mental toughness from this incredibly green team. Let's fast forward to the 4th quarter. Clutch time. This is where the real men step up and the boys are sent home to bed. The Houston Rockets are up by 6 points. 6 points, and the clock is bleeding out. At that point, all you have to do are the absolute bare minimum basics of the sport. Protect the rock, milk the clock, make safe passes, and play defense without fouling. That is it. A JV high school team knows how to execute that game plan. But no, the Houston Rockets looked at each other and said, nah, doing it the easy way is boring. Let's just completely shoot ourselves in the foot. First, they give up a turnover. And I don't even know how to accurately describe this pass to you guys. It was a pass so mind-bogglingly stupid, you have to genuinely wonder if the guy throwing it was colorblind. He threw the ball directly into the chest of a Lakers defender like it was an early Christmas present. Turnover. So now you lost the ball. You lost the ability to burn the clock. So, what do? You get back on defense and stay disciplined. Right. Wrong. The nightmare didn't stop there. Apparently, turning the ball over wasn't spicy enough for Houston. So the defense decided to put on a show. A player comes flying out to the perimeter for a closeout. Completely out of control. Clumsy as hell. And whistle a foul right on the 3-point line. You just gifted the Los Angeles Lakers 3 free throws when the clock was ticking down to 0. Do you guys understand the magnitude of this choke job? You have the lead. You have all the momentum. And you hand them the game on a silver platter. Watching this back-to-back sequence of pure self-destruction, I swear to you, I was slapping my couch and screaming at the TV. The FBI literally needs to open an investigation into this game. I cannot believe my eyes. If somebody told me right now that a rogue referee or a player put $1 million parlay on the Lakers to make a comeback, I would believe it in a heartbeat. because no professional basketball team makes mistakes that amateurish, that clustered, and that inexplicable in the dying moments of a playoff game. Their lack of experience was just completely crushed by the playoff pressure. And in the NBA, when you throw away your golden opportunities, you wake up the monsters. Final possession of regulation. The Los Angeles Lakers are backed into a corner, and they need a miracle. Shazam. 1 second left on the clock. The tension inside the arena is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Every single person in the Toyota Center is on their feet. And the Lakers, they don't even have to overthink it. They look right at their brightest star, their ultimate closer. Yes, the 1 year old man, LeBron Raymond James. Think about how old this guy is right now. 41. An age where 99% of guys are sitting at an ESPN desk wearing a suit or out on a golf course. But LeBron is still out here. In the fourth quarter of a hyper-intense playoff game, calling game, he gets the rock. He isolates against a fully set Houston defense. Everybody in the building knows LeBron is going to shoot it. Houston knows he's shooting it. The entire world knows he's shooting it. But knowing what's coming and actually stopping it are two very different things. He takes a couple of dribbles, hesitates, and launches a brutal step-back three-pointer with a hand right in his face. The ball leaves his hands. The crowd holds its breath. The ball arcs perfectly through the air. And swish, nothing but net. We are tied up. Ibailingi, thou Ibailingi. Oh my God. The emotion was absolutely unreal. I literally jumped out of my seat. The Toyota Center went from a deafening madhouse to as quiet as a graveyard in a split second. You could have heard a pin drop on the hardwood. LeBron James just took a dagger and plunged it right into the collective heart of the Houston fan base. That right there is championship DNA. That is exactly why he is on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. In a life or death moment, you give the ball to the king and get out of the way. So, the game is tied. We are heading into overtime. At this point, I am sitting there thinking, okay, Houston just caught a devastating right hook to the jaw. They are going to wake up. They are going to tighten up their execution in OT. But no, guys, I clearly overestimated the basketball IQ of this organization. The sheer incompetence didn't just stop with the players on the floor, it infected the entire coaching staff. Heading into overtime, the Rockets' mental state was completely shattered. The Lakers, riding a massive wave of momentum, easily built a lead. It's a 4-point game in favor of the purple and gold. The clock is dying. Houston desperately needs a miracle three-pointer just to keep their pulse going. The coaching staff calls a timeout. The crowd is waiting to see what kind of brilliant, tactical masterpiece they are going to draw up on the clipboard. You have Jalen Green. You have Fred VanVleet. You have guys on the perimeter who are built to take that exact shot. But what is the actual play they run? You are not going to believe this. They run screens. They slip. They cut. All to perfectly set up their center to shoot a contested three-pointer. What in the world is happening? Your season is on life support. And your master plan is to have the guy with the worst three-point percentage on the floor take the most important shot of the year. And what was the result? No fairy tale ending here. Folks, an absolute, undeniable air ball. The ball sailed out of bounds and didn't even graze the iron. It was just floating through the air, completely mocking the coaching staff's entire existence. It is just baffling. Why? Why in the world is a guard not taking that shot while your big man is parked under the rim fighting for a potential offensive rebound? That is day one. Elementary school basketball. Having your center drift out to the arc to shoot a prayer in a sudden death situation is like handing the keys of a Ferrari to a blindfolded guy and telling him to win the Indy 500. It is ridiculous. It is hilarious. And it sealed their fate, a 112-108 final score. And that is all she wrote. Like a beautifully scripted tragedy. The Rockets played the role of the losers flawlessly. The Lakers go up 3-0. An insurmountable deficit in NBA playoff history. The poise and pedigree of a veteran squad completely suffocated a young team that folded under the bright lights. All right. I seriously need to go find my eye drops now. But before I get out of here, I need to hear from you guys. What did you think of this absolute circus? Who deserves the most blame for this Houston collapse? The players for choking the fourth quarter away with terrible fouls? Or the coaching staff for drawing up an airball three for a center in overtime? And is there anybody left on planet Earth doubting the greatness of LeBron James at 41 years old? Drop your most toxic, heated, and honest takes down in the comment section below. Let's argue about it. If you enjoyed this wild breakdown, do me a favor and smash that like button. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you do not miss our Game 4 watch party, where I fully expect the Lakers to bring out the brooms and sweep the Toyota Center clean. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me to the end of the video. Enjoy the rest of the playoffs, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.